Good morning, children, and welcome to the English lesson today. Before I start teaching, I would like to ask you a very simple question. Have you ever thought of the possible destruction of the earth? And if I ask you this question, then there will be so many answers. Some of you may say the earth will be destroyed due to the cyclonic storms, earthquakes, or floods. And some may say the earth may be destroyed because of the lethal nuclear weapons, and some others may say that the earth will come to an end because of the biological weapons spreading micropredators like corona. Whatever it may be, why do people fight among themselves? Why do the wars take place? Why do people want to take away each other's property? The answer is very simple. It is because of our greed, because of our hatred, because of our jealousy, because of our lust. So these are our negative emotions which rule over us. Unless we control them, then they will bring an end to the world. So now let's come and read a very small poem composed by Robert Frost. Robert Frost, as you know, is an American poet, and he was declared as the poet laureate of USA, and you have already read one of his poems in class 9, The Road Not Taken. This is a very small poem of 9 lines only, and the title of the poem is Fire and Ice. Literally speaking, fire and ice have different meaning, but symbolically, fire suggests, fire stands for our anger, our lust, our greed, and our desires. On the other hand, ice stands for our hatred and cold indifference towards each other. So this is a symbolic poem. The title itself is symbolic. So what is a symbol? You must know it first. A symbol is a person or animal or a thing or object that is used to describe something else. Just as a dog is the symbol of peace, a rose is the symbol of love or beauty. So without taking much of your time, let's come and start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. There are two contrasting statements regarding the destruction of the world. Some people are of the opinion that the earth will come to an end because of our lust, because of our greed, because of our jealousy and anger. And some other people say that the earth will come to an end because of our hatred and cold indifference towards each other. So we have already witnessed 2 world wars, which is the result of our greed or lust. So the poet says that the earth may be destroyed in 2 ways. Either our greed and our lust, or our hatred and cold indifference can destroy the whole world. From what I have tested of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Favor means support. F-A-V-O-U-R. Favor means support. The poet himself is a human being. He has also a lot of desires in his mind, and he has very close affinity with desires. He had a lot of experience with desire, and that's why he feels that the earth may be destroyed because of desire, and that's why he supports those people who favor that the earth will be destroyed because of our greed or lust. And I hold with those who favor fire, because he feels that fire is more destructive than ice. It can destroy the earth very quickly. It can consume everything very quickly. Now come to the second stanza. But if it had to perish twice, this is a paradoxical statement. If something has been destroyed, it cannot be destroyed twice. It cannot be destroyed twice because it is not a mythical bird phoenix. So this is a paradoxical statement. But supposing if it has to be destroyed twice, the poet feels, I think I know enough of it. He feels that there is enough hatred among the people. There is hatred among the people of different communities, different countries, different nations, different caste, different color, different creed. And this hatred is no doubt very slow, but it can also destroy the human beings. Even though its effect is very slow, it can also destroy the whole earth. To say that for destruction, ice is also great. The poet doesn't undermine the power of ice, that is our hatred or cold indifference. Because he feels that both fire and ice are equally competent, equally great to destroy the earth, to destroy the world, and would suffice. Suffice means sufficient. Suffice means sufficient. The poet feels that both ice and fire are equally great. Fire consumes quickly, ice consumes slowly. The fire destroys very rapidly and the ice destroys slowly. Another example I will give you. If the sun will become hotter and hotter, the temperature on the earth will increase. Then the earth will be destroyed very soon. All the living beings, all the living organisms will die. And if the sun will become colder and colder also, and there will be excessive cold, then also the earth will be destroyed. All the living organisms will die. So both earth will be destroyed because of the fire and ice. Both fire and ice are two destructive components, are the negative emotions. Unless they are controlled, they will destroy the whole universe. So now come to the poetic devices used in the poem. In the first line, some say the world will end in fire. The world will. Here, world will, wo sound has been repeated here. It is called alliteration. And alliteration is the repetition of speech sound in a sequence of nearby words. In the fourth line you see, I hold with those who favor vice. Here O sound has been repeated. This is called assonance. Another figure of speech has been used in the first stanza. Some say, and in the second line also it has been repeated. This is known as anaphora. Anaphora. Anaphora is a poetic device in which two consecutive lines start with the same word or same pair. Here some say has been repeated in the second line. So this is called anaphora. Now in the seventh line, to say that for destruction ice is also great, here the poet has used enjambment. And it is a new poetic device or figure of speech for you. Enjambment is a poetic device in which the thought continues in the next line without a pause. Here you see, to say that for destruction ice is also great, here the thought has continued to the next line. And finally there is symbolism. Symbol. Already I have discussed it. Fire and ice both are symbols. Fire symbolizes our greed, our lust, our avarice, whereas ice symbolizes our hatred and cold indifference towards each other. And finally come to the rhyme scheme of the poem. The first line is A, second line is B, third line you see rhymes with the first line, then again it is A, then fourth line also rhymes with the first line. So A, B, A. Then come to the second stanza, twice, here it rhymes with the second line, B, then het, it is C because it doesn't rhyme with any of the lines, then ice again, B, then again great, here het, great, C, B, C, B, C, again suffice, it rhymes with twice, B. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, then B, C, B, C, B. So once again, before concluding, I would like to recapitulate the central idea of the poem. Here the poet has described the probable destruction of the world in two ways. Maybe the world will be destroyed because of our lust and greed, or maybe it will be destroyed because of our hatred or cold indifference. But in any way, both fire and ice are destructive by nature, and they are our negative emotion, and we must control them. I hope you might have understood the poem, and try to do the assignments which have been given to you earlier sincerely. Thank you all.